Did your communication strategy work? Do you know how to measure it? I'm going to break that down layer by layer so that it's a piece of cake. Hi, my name's Chris. I've been working in internal communications for years. This is a topic that has often come up, and that is, how do you measure the effectiveness of your internal communications? Well, I've got this lovely piece of carrot cake here to illustrate how you can define the different layers of measuring your internal communication strategy. Before we get started, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. What are you communicating? Who are you communicating it to? And the most important question, why are you communicating it? Is it a change that you're looking for? Are you wanting employees to adopt a new tool or resource? Maybe you're wanting them to do things a little bit differently. Well, that's a starting point, and that's where you want to start when you look at your internal communication strategy. We're going to start with this first top layer, which is the icing. And these are your vanity metrics. So your icing is going to be things like viewership, reach, and exposure. And you're going to see that through article opens. You're going to see that through if a video was viewed, how many times it was viewed compared to the audience that it was distributed to. That's how you're going to know if your audience actually received a message. So that's where we start, and it's called vanity metrics because it oftentimes can look a lot better than it really is. So for example, your team, 90% of your team might have viewed the video, but they're not really paying attention to the message. It's just for vanity. It's not effective. And that's where it gets a little bit deeper. By the way, think of your own email behavior. A lot of times I see emails looked at by open rates. I don't know about you, but I go through emails and I just open every one, and I'll either delete it or archive it, but I'm not actually reading it necessarily. So think of these vanity metrics like that. Just because somebody opened it, it might have just been a way for them to move it to the trash can. All right, next up we go down a layer, and that's into this first piece of cake. This first piece of cake represents engagement. Did you not only get the message to the audience, but are they engaged with it? And this is where you start to see things like likes, thumbs up emojis, comments, activity. We're measuring activity here. We're trying to see if your audience is responding to the message that you sent out. Doesn't necessarily mean they understood it. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to change any of their behaviors, but it does mean that they're engaged and they're active listening. So this can be things like click-through rates, articles that have links in them. Did they click on those links? It might be as simple as looking at the comments, seeing the sentiment of those comments. You could run some polls and surveys and measure if they're actually participating in the polls and surveys. You're assessing whether or not they're engaged in the content. Next up, we've got this next layer of cake here, and that's gonna represent the understanding. So with this, did your teams understand the message that you're putting out? This is where it gets a little trickier, but you're gonna see the effectiveness a lot deeper through the understanding. And this might be done through an actual knowledge check or a quiz. If you're doing a training and delivering that, at the end you have a quiz that to see how well they understood the message. This is very important because you want to know if there's a gap between the delivery and understanding of the message. If so, then additional communications might be needed. You might need to reinforce it with future articles. You might need to break that big message into smaller chunks instead of delivering it all to them at once. So this is the measurement where it gets down to understanding. You're seeing if the team truly understands the message that you're delivering. Next up, we're getting into the bottom layer of the cake here. And this is where we start to see behavior changes. So we're calling this change. Did the team change based on the message that you communicated? So for example, if you're delivering a new resource and you know that they saw the message about the new resource, they're engaged, so they're actively listening, and they understand the resource because maybe you did a survey asking them how they're going to use this resource. Well, now you're asking yourself, did they use the resource? And this may mean you have to reach out to other teams. You might have to reach out to somebody that manages the utilization of that resource to see how many people have changed the resource usage since the message was delivered. But this is where you start to really define your return on the investment of that messaging. By measuring your behavior change, you're going to be able to go back and say, not only was our communication delivered and understood, but as a result of that, this many people adopted the new tool or made this new change. They're doing the thing that we communicated. So the next time somebody asks you, did your internal communication strategy work? Think, piece of cake. Did they first see the message? Did it reach the audience? Number 2, are they engaged with the content? Number 3, did they understand it? And number 4, finally, are behaviors being changed? And is it getting the results you're looking for? If you've got a unique way to measure your internal communications, please drop a comment below. I'm always looking to learn new ways to measure effective communication. And if you like this video, please click the thumbs up. And join me next time for your communication space.